Good evening, guys. We're just about to get started here. Strap yourselves in for the iRacing Fanatec GT Challenge. It'll be a good one. And if you like ice cream you shall have. Welcome everybody, it is round 13, the final round of the iRacing Fanatec GT Challenge here at Sebring International Raceway. Sorry for the delay there, there's just a few issues, like my throat. Hopefully you guys are having a good evening, wherever you are. Just look at them cars going around. Brings a tear to the eye, you know? Just seeing the old girl going around doing its thing. And I tell you what, who's an old girl? It's Craig King. Craig, how are you?
Whoa, 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 what? An old girl? I know an old...
Are you a motor?
I know an old banger, but I wouldn't say an old girl. Anyway, good evening, Rob. Good evening, everybody. The final
Fanatec GT1 broadcast. Well, not GT1, GT Series broadcast of the season. Sebring, 33 cars. And one thing I was looking at, the championship, really spicy in the GT1s. Merritt Blom is 25 points ahead of Jonathan Razanahora. Blom has already done a race this week and got on points, so it all comes down to what can Razanahora do, because if he gets a good result, it might make one of his scores better for the week, but he needs a good result and hope for Blom. Unfortunately, it looks like the GT2s though, looks like they're all done. We've got Stefan Overgaard, who's got quite a lead on even Bass.
Drop the bridge.
You can tell. You can tell we had a long night.
You definitely had a bit of a struggle, I think. The inner struggle. The inner
struggle. Yeah, no, definitely an inner struggle. But we're here at Sebring, a fantastic racetrack. I haven't done my research this time about the GT1s going around here like I did with Road Atlanta, but it's a very classic and popular track in America. Respect the bumps, as they say, and not too bad. We're looking at times, well, for the GT1s we're looking at times in the mid-50s, and the GT2s will be just looking over 2 minutes. At the moment, Merritt Blom in his first lap with a 1:55.387, the only time in the 55s. Going to be coming around sunset right now. Will be finishing his final lap. Just more the back of the car, just tweaking out a little bit. Takes an inside line. Always a tricky corner, sunset. At daytime, it does help them. He comes over the line right now. Is it going to be faster? It's going to be a 1:55.330. Just faster if Razanahora goes a 1:55.749. But as I was saying, the GT2s doing times in the 2 minutes. And Stefan Overgaard, 2:01.044.
That's Dan Muller sliding on the line there, having a bit of a moment. I'm not sure if the car is fine. It's still there. It's still in one piece. I think everybody's actually doing their finishing their laps. Yeah, it's all quiet on the western front here.
Well, technically they are. They're on the west of us. Yeah, definitely the western front. There's what's just a minute 20 left. Just a couple of cars just finishing their lap times. Frank Gannett just crossing the line there for 2:02.738 in the GT1. A couple of cars not setting lap times by the looks of it. Who's this is crossing the line right now? Won't get time for another lap. It's Christopher A. Shelton crosses the line, a 2 minute flat 5:21. We'll put him 15th overall, but with a minute left, I don't think there's anybody else that can set a time that is on a lap at the moment, so let's call it.
Yeah, I will call it. Tell me more, what's the quality results? Tell me more. Okay, we're not going to try that a second time. It already happened once. I can't try it again. But this is I think this is the final time that we'll see these quality results for the season. Well, yeah. I don't say we think, we know.
We're not doing anything next week.
Yeah, we're not doing anything next week. It is Blom with a 1:55.331 puts him into first position. Jonathan Razanahora comes up in second position in 1:55.749 fame. Felipe Paiva with a 1:56.184 puts him into third position. In fourth is Godden with a 1:56.363. Godefroy with a 1:56.406. Rosano with a 1:56.447. Muller with a 1:56.675. Furtos with a 1:56.837. Moraine with a 1:57.028. Mode with a 1:57.869. Then we get into Leslie with a 1:57.992, puts him into 11th position. Belorgi is in 12th position with a 1:58.3 flat. Then Hyde with a 1:58.317 in 13th position. Ali in 14th. In 15th is Shelton. And then we get then into the GT2s.
Yep, into the GT2s just quickly. Stefan Overgaard with a 201.025, and then Ethan Bass with a 201.087, quite close there. Just dipping straight back into the GT1s. Thomas Bouvier a 201.356, back to the GT2. Stefan Walker 201.720. Derek Rolleveld 201.789. Mark Stambridge then with a 202.346. Frank Gennett, we were talking about in the GT1s, a 202.738. Stefanos Jensen, 203.159 in the GT2s. Charlotte Sullivan, 203.747, another GT1. Ryan Cullimore, a 205.943. That is the last of the qualifiers. And then we've got a few that did not set a time. Anthony Fromont, Alex Holloway, Jacob Leon, Charles R. Lofton II, Kevin Vogel, and Mike Rich. It will be the non-qualifiers for the GT1s. In the GT2s, Thomas Blankenship and Leonardo Castro is the only two there for the GT2s. It is a full formation lap. I just realised, is that a Panzo logo on the start-finish line?
A what?
It is. A Panzo. I can never pronounce that name. It used to be very pop. It used to have a GT1 Le Mans team. Yeah. That is the Panzo logo.
Yeah, what car is it though?
No, that's the name of the company.
Yeah, but what car number is running the livery?
No. There's the logo of the Panzo logo on the start-finish line. I didn't realise that.
Okay, I was just like, hang on a minute. Are you okay?
If there was someone running a Panzo livery on a GT1 car, and we're talking like Le Mans GT1s, you know, like the this was like in the 90s when you had the McLaren LMP, you know, the McLaren GT1. Remember that car? And you know,
I do indeed.
like,
yeah, I do.
The era between the open cockpit Audis and like the GT1 cars in the mid 90s with those like really prototype GT style cars. That's what a Panzer was. I can't remember the name of it. Somebody might remember, but just not got it at the top of my head at the moment.
Only 90s kids will remember this song. Let's have a look at the Fords. They're going to be going around as well. We've got a split view. Ooh. I'm still calling it replay. I need to fix that. I forgot to fix it. But there they are. They're going. They're doing their thing. They'll be joining us. We'll have a split view for you as we go through the evening, through the 30 minutes of racing around Sebring. Practically speaking, this track does have a good omen. It has track names instead of just corners. This isn't just turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4.
I do like that. I just want to give a shout out. Thomas Derry, I don't know if he's watching. He has told me, unfortunately, his wheel died. So he cannot do the last race of the season, which that's a shame to hear. Always nice to see Ferrier in the races. I did wonder where he was going down the list, but apparently he's told me it's the season was too hard for my wheel. It is dead. That must be some very extreme wheeling in these GT1s, and they are a handful in some cases, to be fair. So that is understandable. Where are they at the moment? They've come out of Tower, haven't they? Yep. Come out of Tower into the Bishop Bend. They were on the Flying Fortress straight into Bishop, and then it's to Gendeblin very shortly right now. It's just a very slow formation lap. When can they fix these formation laps, please?
Or make them consistent.
Or make them consistent, yeah.
Yeah. Which I think everybody wants.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I want a new damage model, which is what these cars have got now. The other day, these on the damage model, iRacing bringing up the Mazda with the new damage model. The MX-5 getting an update. Other updates for the new season, new LMP2. The HPD is not coming to the Fanatec GT1 series. New tyres as well everywhere. It's going to be a great patch, but the same GT1s, the old boys, are going to be still the same as they come around the Sunset Bend. 30 minutes of Sebring in the Fanatec GT Challenge. Rob will take you away.
Do I have to? I'll do it. Around Sunset Bend, they will be led off by Imetric Blom, sitting the front row with his teammate. as the green flag just goes waving by. This is the last time that they will race here in the season 13. They are charging down towards the turn 1 into turn 2. There is a 3 wide going on in the background. That is Jack Cotton on the outside being pushed out by Jonathan Razanahora. Jonathan Razanahora and the VEC Sim Racers are absolutely hounding. There's a car gone off just in the background, just switching over to the Ford GT2s. As you can see, they're just crossing the start finish line going into turn 1. They're not as eventful at the moment. Nice and easy goes it.
Yeah, not an eventful. Same with the Ford at the moment. Ethan Bass has taken the lead though, coming into the second turn, and now they will hit the bend. They will hit what is called the Gurney bend. Coming down now, Bass holding on, Overguard right now. Stefan Walkup and Rollerveld and Stanbridge still there in the 5. It looks like Overguard might get a bit of a battle from Walkup at the moment. Still just holding on. Actually, Bass has gone wide through the hairpin and coming through the little kink, almost was side by side with Overguard and Bass. Does not happen there. They have got a little bit of overlap, but now they're straight back into the formation. Hitting the Cunningham corner they go. Bass, Overguard, Walkup. Got to keep an eye on that. It's a really good start for the GT2s.
It is no issues in the GT2 field. The GT1 field has been absolutely brimming with excitement right now. Eric Brom is still in the lead, but he's being chased down by Felipe Paiva. Paiva having come, I think, he came from 4th, and he's now in 2nd. As you can see, all I can see is VEC and then a different car. VEC. There's a stacking of VEC cars in and around this area.
Jack Gunnon's been in a sandwich between Fuertos and Fromont, the VEC. Fromont has made up, I don't want to know how many places that was. He started 19th. He's going to be 9th. He's made up 10 places in one lap.
Ooh, that is Anthony Froman trying to go on the inside of the car number 9, Sylvain Morin. Sorry, on the outside of Sylvain Morin, not into turn 1. And that was a very dicey operation. But Sylvain Morin looking to see if he can get past his teammate Gonzague Furtos. But Gonzague Furtos just got pushed back 2 places. So he's I'd say he's not going to be a happy camper with that kind of.
Oh, Bouvier's off. Bouvier is off. Where's he going at the moment? He had an off at what looked to be the second turn. Is back on now, but is very slow. And if he's not too careful, he's going to get swallowed up by the Fords. Not what the Fords want to see. They wanted a race where they didn't have to worry about that. But at the same time, Christopher Shelton, I think he missed a start. Or did he have to go into the pits? He's having to go through the Fords after. Yeah, that would have been a pit stop just quickly. I bet you he forgot fuel. But he's now having to get by the Fords, and he's causing a bit of a problem in the back of the Ford field at the moment, battling Mark Stanbridge, who's a Ford and a GT2 and a GT1. So Stanbridge will be trying to make his way back up the field with Alexander Godefroy still in 4th, chasing Razanahora. Razanahora gone down to 3rd after that good start from Paiva. If he wants to win the championship, it's not going to be good for him. And that's Charles Loftin, who's had a moment. Oh, wow. That's a weird place to lose the car. Just lost control of the car before Tower and went onto the grass into Tower. Almost hit the car there, but gone off. Now almost at the back of the GT1 field after that.
Yeah, so on your replays, it's in the middle of the GT1 or GT2 field as they are trying to get themselves into shape and essentially get cracking with racing. They're all in a line essentially except for Blankenship. Blankenship being the odd one out at the moment. Unable to really, get back up unless the rest of the GT2 field gets held up. But we'll see how they work themselves through the next little bit of the race. They have 25 minutes left. It's still on to play for. Anything can happen. We were saying that a lot last night, by the way. And something did happen. And what's his face? Valkyrie had an accident, and the RSR guys, after resigning themselves to second place after leading for most of the race, then were able to jump forward into first.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, sorry. Just seeing that the I think that was the car of Derek Rudeveld, and I just realized the other PC doesn't have the liveries, so I'm firing blind. But I'm not firing blind for this car.
Oh, is that Gannett off? Gannett, sorry, that's Frank Gannett has gone off. And why is he taking so long? Oh, he lost the car, braking to the head. Okay, the car turns left, braking into the hairpin, not assisted by grass. Then as he tries to correct it, catches the grass, then just turns right and rolls off onto the grass. And he is now right at the back of the field, in between the GT2s. Garnett was sitting at 17th before that. A battle at the moment, then back. Frazano and Godden coming down the back straight, the Ullman straight. Godden wants to go onto the inside, heading into Sunset. He will get it. Early braking there from Rosano. Godden, just an easy overtake there. Will Rosano respond on the bumpy Sunset bend? He is unable to. Godden up to 6th, chasing Dan Mullo. Dan Mullo's about 2 seconds ahead of him, though, so got some work to do at the moment. But Blom extending his lead to almost 2 seconds at the moment at the front of the field.
And I would imagine that Rossano and the likes of... Oh, sorry. I just realized we've got a car out of sync. We've got Felipe Paiva. He's lost the position.
He has. Now, was that on the first corner? I think that was on the first corner of this lap. It was. Yep. Turn 1. Lost it to Razanahor. Razanahor trying to make a charge up the field to catch on to his teammate Merritt Blom there. The VEC, sorry. Not WC. That's a totally different thing. Trying to catch on with Paiva, doing what he can to catch him. Gap is slowly expanding. Paiva, the number 1 car, always dominant in this car, but just trying to catch on to Merritt Blom here, and it's not going well for him at the moment.
Yeah, he needs to get up, and he needs to get up fast. I think that's the big takeaway that he needs to do. He needs to do it. He needs to get it done. He can't be hanging around behind Jonathan Razanahora, especially if he's faster. I mean, he probably had a mistake on that last lap that led him to being overtaken on the first corner by Razanahora, but he needs to get up there and get up there now. There's no time for what's the term that the British use, like shitty-chattying or whatever?
Yeah, the time for chit-chat's over. Now the time for battling. Fromont on Morian, by the way. There was a little battle. Ooh, Fromont slides through Le Mans. That was Tokyo Drift style. Loses Morian there, still in the slipstream. Got Fuertos behind him trying to catch him, but that little slide, all that work to catch up to Morian has just gone out the window. Fromont still made 11 places up since the start, though, so hats off to them. Just a fantastic start there for Fromont. That was almost in the first lap they made up 11 places. I think 10 in the first lap.
10?
Yeah.
What? How? There was no real big accidents. How the hell did you make out 10 places?
Exactly. Well, you got to remember, it's a long lap around here for these cars. 1 minute 56, 1 minute 57. So just under 2 minutes. So a lot can happen in those almost 2 minutes of the race.
Yeah. The 2 minutes.
Oh, sorry. Stefan Mode has gone off. Oh, that's a big... Oh, he just avoided the wall. He went off. Oh, he had to make an avoidance there. Fuertos lost the car going into turn 2. Oh, the little chicane after turn 2. Lost the car. And oh, Mode hit him. Mode hit him. Just unaware and hit the back of him. So Fuertos has got some damage to the back of that car.
And Mode has retired the car. He towed into the pits and retired. Let's see if we can bring up what happened to him.
Just having a quick look at his steering wheel, and I reckon the steering wheel was bent. It would not surprise me. Yeah, the steering wheel is not doing a lot, and then he just hit the wall hard. Yep, he was crabbing. A lot of damage there on Mode's car. He was crabbing after that.
Just to give you an idea, this is the... It should be the other way around for this one, but oh, he did. He hit him hard.
Yeah, you didn't. It doesn't look like it on a replay, but then when you get and look at it again.
Oh, there goes his wheel.
Yeah.
Oh no, it pops back. Have a look at. Have a look at it. It's just like.
Pop. Yeah. Oh, not that noise again. Right, Godefroy catching on to Paiva. The gap is now under almost half a second. Piver is struggling at the moment. Razanahora is just... Well, he was half a second faster. He was a 156.488 and Piver a 157.142. So at the moment, Razanahora is... I'd like to say Razanahora is trying to catch on to Blom. The gap is still 2.5 seconds, so he's not catching. He is pulling away, though, from Piver.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's pulling away from the car behind him. He's not able to catch the car in front of him. The car in front did a lap that was almost exactly 0.3 of a second faster. And I think that was mainly due part to... Well, he was fighting on the last... Well, half a lap, and now it's time for him to just gun it and try and catch up on his teammate. Even though they are teammates, there won't be any. Oh, sorry, that is Felipe Paiva having to fight off Godefroy. Godefroy catching up seemingly out of nowhere. Felipe Paiva is going from bad to worse. He was in second place after having a tremendous start from 4th position on the grid. It looks like that the VEC guys want to send him back there and tell him it's a 1-2-3, buddy. The podium ain't for ye.
1-2-3, oh my god. Keep an eye on that. I want to say Thomas Bouvier and Stefan Overgaard have had contact, not sure where. The back of Bouvier's car is a bit damaged, and Overgaard, well, his splitter is starting to just flap off. Not looking good. But can Piver hold on here? Coming around Sunset Bend, he will hold. It's a horrible corner to try and make a move with all the bouncing around Sunset. Godefroy trying to catch on. The gap is now 0.3 of a second as they cross the line. What were the times last lap? 57.9 for Piver, 57.6 or 57.5 almost. But Godefroy there holding on, getting a better line through Sunset. We've seen a lot of cars going inside overtake so far, but at the moment nothing. And behind them is a battle for 5th place between Godden and Muller, the fastest shouty boy, the fastest Corvette out there. Of Dan Muller just trying to hold off the Aston of Jack Gooden.
I don't know how he's going to be able to do that, to be fair. That's going to be a challenge. And not just as a joke, that's going to be a literal challenge, because I think the Aston is just a better car. Oh, and I say that he's actually slid the back around. And now Jack Godden is really on his sights. Jack Godden is going to be handing the rear end of Dan Muller up and away through, and he has handed him, and he has stepped aside. Dan Muller has stepped aside, relinquishing 5th position, coming into 6th. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, you deal with that. Rosano is still now back onto that chase. Not still, he is back onto the chase, trying to catch into Dan Muller. Keep an eye on the front of the battle, because Piver and Godefroy going side by side around getting the blow. They're almost touched. They almost touch. They do not touch. Down into Le Mans, side by side they go, and it's a better line for Godefroy. They are coming up the Ullman Straight. They're side by side. Who gets the better line? Well, they're practically almost identical cars at the moment, but it looks like Godefroy with that better launch out of Le Mans. It's going to be Godefroy breaks earlier for Sunset. Piver's gone really wide for Sunset. Is he going to try the over-under? Godefroy gets by. That's what Piver. No, those bumps, not enough for the over-under. Can he make a move into turn 1? We'll wait and see. Lap 9 of 16 now started. Sorry, lap 8 of 16. Cannot make a move at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that. Right, Muller, what can he do? Catching really fast into turn 1 onto Gooden. Not able to do anything, but Muller has to push because he doesn't want to get caught by Rosano, who's right behind him. But then he doesn't want to over push and go into the back of Gooden. It's going to be a tough fight there. Just an update in the Fords. Overgaard with the damage to his nose. He has lost P3, and Derek Rolleveld is just accelerated. 3 seconds ahead of him now into P3. There's Frank Garnett there as well in the GT1 behind, in between them. But Overgaard with that damage is not looking pretty at the moment. So championship leader having a bit of a bad race at the moment.
I'm back. Who's the championship leader again?
Stefan Overgaard in the Fords with that damage to his front.
Don't I have the camera pointed at him? I should do.
Well, he's P4 at the moment. I believe he had damage with Bouvier in the GT1.
Well, I think he's just going around. He's just going around turn 1 right now, isn't it?
Yeah, Overguard is, yeah.
Yeah, so I have the camera's pointed at him right now on the replay. I need to change. I really do need to change it. But I do see him. He is actually trying to catch the car ahead of him. But I think the car ahead of him is not of his class. It is Garnett. Yeah, Garnett's ahead of him.
Yeah, but like I said, he's had damage already from hitting GT1 hitting him. So he's got aero damage. Ethan Bass, what's happened to Ethan Bass? Oh, he's just letting Charles Lofton was letting him by, trying to hold on. I think Bouvier's had a moment as well.
Yeah, Ryan Cuddlemore has just had a moment as well, and he's got front end damage and lots of it. Oh, let the car by, please. He does not let Stefan Overgaard by. Stefan Overgaard going wide. There's now what's going on, Bill? This is Bouvier getting into contact with Garnett. Oh, what's going on? My brain's just going. Oh, there goes a wheel. It pops back in. Yeah, I'm lost right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, who isn't lost? Rosano. He is trying to catch on to the back. Morian had a bad lap. Excuse me. So Rosano trying to catch on to Muller. Muller's losing the slipstream of Godden. These three were a little bit bunched together last lap. They're a little bit spread out right now, coming around the hairpin at the moment. It's all about setting yourself up around here. If you can get a good run out of corners like Cunningham, a good run out of the Gembline and Le Mans curves, you should be able to get yourself set up here. Not exactly being able to do that at the moment is Rosano, but Gooden is pulling away from Muller, holding that 5th position, which is looking good. And yeah, Blom has checked out. Do you blame him? Nope. Blom's checked out.
He's checked out and he's checked out of a 5-star hotel going into a 6-star hotel.
Well, he is going to be the champion after this race. I think he will be the champion. So
yeah, so he'll be on victory lane. Well, the GT1s didn't have a victory lane. But imagine if there was a victory lane and instead of champagne or whatever, it's milk. Because you need to grow your big and strong sim racers.
This is to Indianapolis.
I can
12
dream.
minutes. Yeah, we can dream. 12 minutes remaining. 3 seconds at the gap now between Blom and Razanahora, and it's about 4.5 between Razanahora and Godefroy. Not much happening there. We'll try and keep an eye on that, but Gordon catching back up to Piver. Having a really good time at the moment is Gordon. He's pulled away from Muller and is now hounding Piver again. Piver under threat at the moment, coming around turn 2 in that little chicane down into the bend, into the Gurney bend. I know it's the bend, I always forget what it's called. It's the Gurney bend. Under the Mobile 1 bridge they go into the hairpin. Now Rob was saying last time we were here, why is there a little chicane here? Oh, a bit of a slide from Piver, sorry, a little bit of a wider, not sure why, but it just adds to the character. I think because they changed the track. It used to be a very sharp right-hander, and they just added that narrower hairpin into the Fangio chicane. They went side by side. Late on the braking is good, but Piver has the inside at Cunningham, keeps it there. Now the inside is for Collier curve. It's for good, and Piver's had to yield the position because on the inside, what can he do at Tower? Nothing at Bishop's. Yeah, Tower. Sorry, not Bishop.
Oh,
but
sorry.
a slide from Godden, and Piver has to hit brakes. Ooh,
yeah, I was just seeing that. I was just seeing that slide, and I was just like, he's definitely gonna kick it out, and when it kicked out. Like it almost flung the car 180.
That was scary, actually. That was really scary coming around the Le Mans curve right now onto the straight. Can he hold on? Maybe not. But that little slide and hold up by Piver has let Muller back into the race.
Yeah, I'm just seeing Piver looking like he's about to strike. We do have on a replay the battle between first and second, Ethan Bass versus Stefan Warkup. Warkup, we're on board with him. He's currently going through the back end now, and I think he's just coming up with the Tower. That is Tower indeed, coming through Tower now. He'll be going on towards the Fortress and then to Bishop. As we see...
I was going to say, Savannah Jensen's had a moment. His wing is very bent. Not sure what's happened to him, but he yielded a little bit and just let them go by. These three, there's a second between the three of them now. Gordon, Piver and Muller. The battle for 4th, 5th and 6th at the moment coming around. They do have some lap traffic to get around right now. Leonardo Castro, this is probably the first time we've seen such a difference in lap times between the GT2s and the GT1, so we're not used to seeing lapping like this.
Oh, sorry, we're just replaying Charles Lofton having a bit of a slide. He recovers just fine though, but still a lot of damage on the front end. Now we are seeing the.
Oh, well, it's Castro. Yeah, sorry.
We have a 4-way battle actually. Oh, on the inside of a GT2, just made it by. But he's got three. He's got two other. He's got a shouty boy of Dan Muller, and then he has Rossano, another shouty boy, in disguise. I mean, it's the Italian flag.
In disguise.
I mean, it's the Italian flag on it. I mean, they would definitely have been shouting today, after they saw AlphaTauri win, and hearing the Italian national anthem play.
And the French. And the
French. And the French, because it was well, we actually already spoiled it. So it was Pierre Gasly won today's Grand Prix after an ZOMG oh my god WTF BBQ race.
I haven't heard of WTF BBQ in years. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I remember that term. That was the OG term.
Okay, so Gordon, you were like in the 4-car battle at the moment. Gordon has extended his lead on Piver, so now Piver's really into the defense. He doesn't have to worry about what's in front of him anymore because he just cannot catch on to Gordon. He's now defending from Dan Muller, who's also defending from Rossano. Rossano's had a really good race so far. Now, who was it that made up all those spots? He crashed out, didn't he? Someone made up 11 spots at the start of the race, and they've gone. They've disappeared. I can't remember who it was. Oh, it was Anthony Fromont, wasn't it?
Yeah, Anthony
Fromont. They've
Fromont.
got damage, yeah.
No, not again. We've cursed somebody. We've given them hope. And then, like Darth Vader, we snatched it away. iRacing giveth, and iRacing taketh.
The battles, even Bass has just pulled away from Stefan Walker. The gap is now 1.5 seconds. Really doing well. I gotta be honest, watching these Fords go around Sunset, they look better planted than the GT1s. Is that just me? They did just look really good around those around Sunset.
Look on the inside
GT1s.
of the car and tell me that's planted. That's bouncing.
Maybe it's because it's low. It looks better.
It definitely looks a lot better, but the bounce, like in terms of lateral, sort of horizontal side to side movement, it's a lot better. But that bouncing is still not the greatest in the world.
Piver's not having a good time. Getting the line, he slid and coming through Le Mans, losing more time and getting to the back now is Muller. I don't think he'll be able to make a move through Sunset because he's a bit too far back. But if he gets a really good line through Sunset, we'll see which lines they take. Piver has been known to go high and then go outside into inside, and they both take almost a similar line, but Muller holds the inside really close. Piver will be on the defense right here coming into turn 1. He will hug the inside. I don't think that's the best line to be taken to defend here, because Muller will have a good line into the outside. They hold back again, and now they're taking the same line. Piver went back on. Rossano is just watching this at the moment, right behind. Does he want to make a move? I think he wants to make a move, but at the same time, why not just wait? Why not just wait? Because there is going to be a dive shortly. 6 minutes remaining. Just a couple laps left in this race.
I mean, he is to the Dorito car, so he could take a break, have some Doritos, and then get back out there, you know? I mean, he has to play the waiting game anyway, because he's got a car behind him as well, because if he makes a move and he gets it wrong... Oh, sorry, that is Felipe Piver going very slow through the hairpin turn onto Fangio chicane. It's barely a chicane. Well, I'll give it that. And now into Cunningham. It is 3 wide going into Cunningham. Very close. 3 wide going into Cunningham. That is Dan Muller making the escape made. So that is Dan Muller coming through. Oh.
Piver keeps going down. They've got a Ford in front of him. That looks like it. Blankenship just pulls to one side. Piper wants to attack. Rosano is just waiting. At one moment there, it looked like Piper was going to lose 2 spots. Piper now coming around to Bishop. And into the Kinder blind. Not much going on. Now he's on the attack. What can he do? He likes to go high and then low. We were saying on Sunset. Will he do that right now? Gets a bit of a toe coming down the Ullman Straight. It's closing. It doesn't look like it's closing, but it's quite close at the moment. Rosano as well, holding on to the back of them. He wants to make a move. For Piper checks up a little bit. Decides to go for a slow in, fast out. Bit of a slide there from Muller. And just takes the inside line, holds it off.
Ooh,
and Piper's gone
slides.
too wide.
Yeah. Piper slid out to the outside line. Almost looked like he was about to hit the wall. But he managed to keep the status quo going. But that is Rosano looking like that he wants to emulate what AlphaTauri did today and surcharge himself into good position. And right now it is basically wondering what will happen between the 3 of these, because this is the biggest movers right now. We also have the likes of Sylvain Morin going through the field, tackling his teammate Gonzague Furtos. You passed him earlier. Obviously the order has now changed hands, so he will be looking to get back on top of things.
Furtos though was faster last lap though, by about almost a second was Furtos faster. So been of a moment there for Furtos or Moran, vice versa. Wait and see what happens. Furtos just having the better time here as Moran blinks. Thank you very much. Keeps on going. That's quite a gap. Let's just keep an eye. Got to keep all eyes everywhere at the moment. We've got this 3-car battle for 5th, 6th and 7th. We've got that 2-car battle there for 8th and 9th at the same time. Just doing what they can at the front of the field. It's all pretty much settled. Bearing any serious mistake. Rosano and Piper and Muller doing what they can through the bends they go into through Le Mans curve. Sorry, that's not a bend, it's a curve. They call it a curve, so we'll keep it a curve. Now, can Piper make a move here? 2:42 remaining, so it's clear that there's 2 laps left, and they have to start thinking about their moves. And Furtos does have damage on the back of that car in that battle with Moriam, but it's not affecting any aero. The splitter's a little bit bent, but it's not affecting him as Moriam does some more blinking, so he might be able to hold on to this for 8th. Can they do? Or is that the lap GT? The lap GT2? They're just getting in the way.
That's not a GT2. That's a GT1.
A GT1, sorry. And Piper's going to go side by side into turn 2 with Muller and takes it. Good move there.
The car just is absolutely slippery now. He's looking like he's under threat from the car number 11, Federico Rosano, very close to an accident, but he managed to make it through. Now Felipe Paiva is running away as fast as he can. Rosano is looking like he wants to attack again, but not this time. He will let it by.
Yeah, and now Muller was defending from Paiva. Now he's going to defend from Rosano, and he's not even in the range really to start thinking about attacking Paiva. He's going to have to get a good middle to end section of this track as they come around Cunningham corner. Needs to get something. The gap is 1 second. Rosano is on his tail. Morian is on the back of Furtos as well, which is interesting because Furtos was the faster lap again. So the start of the lap does not go well for Furtos, and it must be the high speed bends at the start of the track that just affects him. But when it comes to these technical sections at the end, Furtos just doing the better job. The gap is 0.3 down for them at the moment. Merritt Blom will come around Sunset. Sees Derek Rollerveld spun. The P3 at the fourth had a spin. Should not lose P3 from that. But they will see the white flag now. Merritt Blom have taken the white flag, and he's 6 seconds ahead of Razvan Ahura.
So was that Rollerveld that span?
Yeah, Rollerveld span.
So then he is
still P3.
Yeah, he's still P3. God damn it.
Oh, Muller lost the position to Rosano, and they're coming for turn 1. He's tapped Rosano. They both spun out. Rosano's in the wall. What damage is down Rosano? Bouvier's a lap car. He's going to let him by. I think Muller's just going to accept that he should not own that position. Held off. He has lost a couple positions, being a gentleman. As Fuertos and Morian has gone by. So Rosano keeps his position with the respect from Muller. Muller's lost a couple spots because of it. And now we just keep an eye on Morian and Fuertos for this battle. I don't think Muller's going to do anything. Rosano's got some damage to that left side. I don't think it will affect him. It looks like the steering wheel is straight, so he hasn't got any suspension damage. But I think that tyre is rubbing against the fender, actually. Does look it, actually, I will be honest.
I'm just looking at his car now. It did definitely get a bit more damage, but it's not too bad. But the bigger issue is that he's lost positions, and they've both lost the back end.
Oh, Overgaard just had a spin. Sorry, Stefan Overgaard in the forward was sitting P4. He's hit the wall. He's lost control. Did he catch anybody, or was that just himself? Went over the grass, lost the car, hit the wall. Yep, so that's a mistake on his part. Still going to hold P4. The Merrick Blom will come around sunset for the final time this season. The last winner of a broadcast race for us will be a Merrick Blom. He hugs the wall. He starts the weaving. The lights are flashing. He will take victory for the last time. Surely that will guarantee him the championship. And Razanahorans lost P2 to Godefroy.
Ooh.
What happened there?
Godefroy taking P2. No, yeah,
he
did.
He lost it at Blankenship. He lost it at Genderblind, sorry. Lost it at Genderblind corner. Lost it, was forced to take a slowdown. Coming through Le Mans.
Federico Rossano getting overtaken. And he's lost the position 2. I don't know who he lost. Oh, my scoreboard's failing me. Oh,
but he
no.
lost out to Fuertos. What happened there between those two looked like a bad middle section, as we were saying. And Fuertos had a drag race down the Ullman Straight and held on to that. So, great finish. Muller did. I think he finished 9, yeah, but all happening there on the last lap.
Yeah, absolutely. The last lap shenanigans with the cars going wide, and it started off with Dan Muller and Rossano having that incident, just coming out towards turn 2, and the VC guys line up. It'd be a good time to line up the results and show them to you.
For the last time this season, Merritt Blom will take the broadcast win in the Fanatec GT1 series. He takes it 11 seconds ahead of Godefroy, who gets it in the last few corners of the race, takes P2. Jonathan Razanahora was running P2 for most of the race, finishes 3rd. Jack Gooden takes 4th place and beats Felipe Paiva. Had to fight around Felipe Paiva. Took P5 with Paiva. Fuertos takes 6, Rosano 7. They had a battle at the end. Then Morian 8th, Muller 9. Stephanie Leslie still going around at the moment, just celebrating, will take P10. Belorgi will be 11th. Fromont 12th. Leon 13th. Hyde 14th. Ali 15th. And then Shelton is 16th.
In the GT2s, Ethan Bass took the win versus Stefan Warkup. Stefan not able to close the gap, and it remained 2 seconds at the line. In 17th position for the GT1s, it was Lofton in 16th. I think the scoreboard's a bit... Oops. I think the scoreboard's having a bad day. So we'll just drill it down. I'll drill it down manually myself. So that's Sullivan. He finished in 18th position. And Rodeveld finished in 3rd for the GT2s. Bouvier finished in 19th. Stefan Overgaard finished in 4th for the GT2s. That incident not affecting him too much. Blankenship finished in 5th position. Castro the second finished in 6th in the GT1s. Gallimore finished in 21st alongside Garnet. Jensen finished in 7th for the GT2s. Holloway finished in 22nd. Mod in 23rd. And in 24th and 25th was Vogel and Rich. And finally in 8th position for the GT2s, it was Stanbridge.
This is beautiful. They were doing a little bit of a formation, and now the VEC guys, they were doing a little bit of formation with the fixed guys, and now in single file are the VECs. And I want to give a thank you to VECs for supporting the race. VECs and Fix, the two French and the two European groups who have taken this series under their wing this season. Really helped the numbers, and it was great seeing all of these guys racing the GT1s. A thank you again to Dan Muller, the community rep, doing what he does best and really helping this series, including putting out setups for everyone to see, as well as Niels. We've got to give a shout out as well to Niels. Well, no, Dan Muller's the setup builder. Niels Tukoski is the community rep. A shout out to both of them, because Niels got the revitalizing of the GT1 series, and Dan's helped him. It was started as a small thing on the Setup to iRacing Discord, came to fruition. Their own Discord, their own community. It's a small, tight-knit community with these 30-minute races, but they all race together, and without them, this series wouldn't be here. And we're proud to present this series this season, and we can't wait for next season.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there. It's been an absolute blast to help the guys get the series back on track. You know, being able to say, hey, we got splits now and all that kind of jazz. We won't have driver of the day because everybody's our driver of the day in our hearts, because you're doing well to try and bring this series back to at least having splits again. So hopefully that will happen within the near future. Until then, though, we do need to give our outro. So I will give it this time. If you like what we think, if you like what we see, if you like what we do, give us a subscribe, give us a like, give us a follow on our Twitter, Raidillon TV. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on everything else in between. Let's have a look at the grid, at these boys. They're gonna do their bits and bobs. Can I see if I can get the start? Come on. And they're going off. They're going. You see, this is the grid. If they were like 50 meters back, I would have had it. But they're doing the spin.
They're doing the spins. It's fantastic. Like you were saying, if you like what we do, our YouTube, follow our YouTube, follow our Twitch as well. Link to TrackCams22, providing these awesome cameras, including that one in the pit line. Did not see you had that. That was a fantastic camera to have, as well as our Discord. We can always provide to see the GT1 Discord, as we were saying, the tight-knit community. It's fantastic. We are off for a week because it's a fun week, and we're going to be looking for some fun ourselves. See us out on the racetrack trying out the new content. But until then, we will be back next season. ILMS, Fanatec GT1 Challenge. There'll be some more ERO Championship and some more in the works if it happens. But until then,
absolutely.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for a fantastic season, a leap season.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much, Craig, for assisting with me. And thank you very much, guys, for tuning in and enjoying our content. Until next season, we wish you a very happy week 14, and take care.